Aloha! The following is intended for those who are visiting, recently moved to, or just wanting to learn a little bit more about the island of Molokai. Please embrace this mana'o and allow it to help you better understand Molokai nui a Hina, her people, her culture, her history, and her future.
Today's world is in need of hope. Humanity must find sustainable and healthy ways to interact with each other and the planet. This is the goal of the small Hawaiian island of Molokai, a community working towards healing, balance, self-governance, and sustainability by returning to the values of its ancient past. In ancient times, Molokai was an island of flourishing rainforests, flowing streams, and life-giving springs. It is estimated that Molokai may have sustained nearly 100,000 residents. Along the southern shores, the Hawaiian people built more than 70 fish ponds to practice large-scale aquaculture. Miles of agricultural terraces lined the steep, lush valleys of the northern coastline. Molokai's nickname was Aina Momona, the abundant land. The peaceful people of Molokai were held in high regard. The Central Plains were home to the revered kahuna schools, where the most knowledgeable and skilled from throughout Hawaii came to learn. During these ancient times, it could be said that the people of Molokai were Pono, physically and spiritually in accord with the sacred, and so the land was Pono, abundant and lush. It was prophesied in these ancient times that Hawaii would one day see dramatic changes that would lead to a long path of suffering. Western contact over 230 years ago quickly led to the decimation of the Hawaiian people through disease. The imposing of Western thought, politics, and land ownership quickly displaced the maka'ai nana, the commoner, the loyal steward of the land. Cattle ranching, large-scale monocropping, and the introduction of invasive species led to the demise of many native ecosystems. The loss of rainforests, coupled by the misuse of limited water resources, caused great damage to the ecological balance of the island. By the late 1900s, Molokai became plagued by drought, large-scale soil erosion, loss of food productivity, and increasing foreign and corporate ownership of land. Large companies came and went, leaving behind them legacies of damaged environments and faltering economies. Through all of this, the spirit of Molokai was not destroyed. Hidden beneath the many layers of loss remained the sacred power of ancient times. While other islands were being paved over by Western progress, Molokai held out. The 1970s saw the birth of a generation of strong-willed activists. They fought hard to restore Native Hawaiian rights and to stop unwelcome development. Strong leaders in Kupuna fought side by side to perpetuate powerful Hawaiian concepts like aloha aina, love the land. Through the years, they have strengthened access and subsistence rights, protested the bombing of Kaho'olawe, fought ill-intentioned developers, and kept cruise ships from exploiting Molokai as a tourist port. These battles were not easy, but they instilled in the people the belief that Molokai could retain a unique identity. Today, the effort to protect Molokai continues. With the recent real estate boom, there has been a resurgence of land speculation and large-scale development plans. Overuse of a limited water supply, displacement of local families, and loss of rural lifestyle are ongoing issues. Despite the environmental and socio-economic changes of the past 230 years, many still consider Molokai pristine when compared to other Hawaiian islands. In fact, Molokai has recently been given the nickname the most Hawaiian island, as over 50% of today's nearly 8,000 residents are Native Hawaiian, many of whom perpetuate Native cultural practices and values in their daily lives. The mana of Molokai remains strong, and as one generation is replaced by the next, the call now is to more than fight the growing pressures of the outside world, but to put forth solutions that can return Molokai to its former greatness. This is Ho'i'ika Pono, a movement to restore the balance, abundance, and sacredness of Molokai and her people. It is a call to remember the past and make right the wrongs, to secure a hopeful future of sustainability, self-governance, and health for the Piko, the center of the Hawaiian Islands. And just as Molokai, Aina Momona, once had the capacity to produce enough food to feed itself and neighboring islands, and just as Molokai, Puli'o'o, was once a school of learning for Hawaii's most knowledgeable kahuna, Molokai, again, can be an example of sustenance and a source of strength for all of Hawaii and the world. Already the wheels are set into motion with the re-education of Molokai's youth in ancient Hawaiian values, concepts, and practices. The restoration of fish ponds, lo'ikalo, makahiki ceremony, and hula traditions, Hawaiian language schools, collective community planning, all are evidence of this growing movement back to Pono. The next and perhaps greatest step is the reclamation of foreign-owned lands and a return to self-governance. The question now is how Molokai will reclaim itself. Many solutions are on the table. There is a large-scale fundraising drive for the community to buy back Molokai. There are efforts to work with landowners to put large tracts of land into land trusts and conservation. The community is also working to attract creative, community-friendly investors by identifying economic engines that complement and enhance the island's culture, lifestyle, and natural resources. Wind farms, land trusts, learning and healing centers, reforestation, marine research, organic agriculture, and eco-educational visitor industries. These are just some of the many ideas that the Molokai community has dreamed up as solutions for its future. There's much work to be done, but those involved are guided by a sense of destiny. As the rest of the planet hopes for a future radically different and hopeful, the people of Molokai have already begun to work towards it. No longer an abused island, no longer an oppressed people, Molokai sets its course into the future by looking to the greatness of its past. An ingenious people, a resilient culture, balanced environments, abundant resources, a harmonious society. Molokai, Aina Momona. Molokai, Puli'o'o. Ho'i'ika Pono.
Again, if you are new or visiting the island of Molokai, we hope you will take the information presented to heart. You will come with a willingness to understand and see things differently, that you come with respect, and that you will embrace the values that have been shared and apply it to your lives. May the mana of Molokai and her people change you forever.
Molokai